What's up, guys? I am back in the garage already, and if you just watched the first few seconds of this video, you'll see that I got myself a YFZ 450R, which is awesome. It's a 2020. I just picked it up on Saturday. Thing is, it's brand new, which I haven't had since I had my Raptor 250, and I don't even know if there's a video of that on this channel. But anyhow, I feel a little bit bad because I made my last video and everyone just said, oh man, I want to see LTR stuff. And don't worry, LTR is still here, still going to make videos on it, and I'm going to explain what's going on as far as my plans with this one here. But obviously, brand new quad means there's a lot of work to do to take this thing racing. So that means there's a lot of exciting content that I'm going to be making. So anyways, that's enough of me talking in front of the camera. I'm going to flip this thing around and we'll go over what's going on behind me. Whoo! Look at that. I've been waiting so long to make a move like this and finally worked out. Could not be happier. It is a brand new 2020 YFZ 450R, as I said earlier, and it's what more could you want? There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing to fix, but there are a few things that you need to address when you buy a brand new quad. And there's also a few things that I think could be improved upon for racing. There's going to be a bunch of videos coming on that. Today, I'm really going to focus on a few basics, and I'm going to just kind of film it as I go through. And basically, the plan is going to take off all the reflectors and things that we don't need. Going to take care of the warning labels over there because nobody needs those. And we'll see what else. We'll see what else I come up with. I haven't ordered any parts for it yet, and just kind of hold off on doing things like removing the parking brake and all that for a future video. But I'm just going to go through, do some basics, and just kind of have fun with it. I think right now the plan is to do kind of this really simple stuff to take off right away. And then in a later video, I'm actually going to go through and I'm going to take off all the plastics, get underneath it, and start removing some of the parts that aren't necessary. Some of the stuff that just you don't need. But tonight, just doing the basics. Now, I said that I'd be making videos on this guy, and I definitely will be. There are a few problems, and this is probably going to be a very slow process. So those videos will roll out as I just kind of get into it. Obviously, right now, my main priority is to get the YFZ ready to race in 2 months. So that's kind of where my head's at. But I will be getting to this, and I'll be showing you a lot of really intricate things with this quad. Essentially, what I need to do is I need to replace one of the inner cases, and I also need to replace the cylinder head, which means a complete motor teardown. Now, because I'm tearing the motor down and I have no time frame and really no budget or anything like that set aside for it, I'm just going to take it nice and easy, find the parts I need. I would like to do some treatments to like the transmission, for example. I'd like to clean up whatever cases I get and whatever cases I still have and do maybe some Cerakoting on those. I just really want to do this slowly, methodically, and do it right. So that's my plan for this one. And then the one in the back, well, there's not much to do on it. Obviously right now I still haven't done the bearings, but that guy, so easy, so maintenance free. You don't have to do anything to a 125. It's awesome. If you like riding, get yourself a 2-stroke dirt bike, because I'm telling you, this is the easiest your life will ever be. And you get to ride pretty much whenever you want. But enough about that one in the back. This one, we'll get to it. I'm going to go through, like I said, I'm going to be doing some really intricate deep dive videos on how to do some of the more technical, not difficult, but just, the more intimidating jobs when it relates to motors and things like that. So we'll get to this, and in the meantime, I'm going to flip around here and let's get to work on the new guy. All right, first thing we're going to need is the drill, because these rivets have got to go. So we'll grab a drill and we will grab our drill bit set, scooch on over here, and take a look. Now we just gotta pick the right one. I think I'm gonna grab this guy here to see how she fits. Now, you could be more technical than I'm being about this, but don't really care that much. Just want to get it out. So, this guy looks pretty good. We'll start with that. All right, now one thing you always want to have handy when you're going to do a job like this is lube. Yeah, don't forget your lube. Very important. All right, get a little bit of that on there. Do some one-handed action. See if I can screw this up. I think that's on there. Whew. Aim's not too good tonight. Alright, then we just line it up with the center hole there. Make sure we're punching straight. And start nice and slow. Alright, we got one of them off. Took a little bit of trickery, which I couldn't do with one hand. Essentially the problem was the back of the rivet started spinning, so I grabbed onto it with some pliers, and the guy just separated real easy. So I'm going to use the same technique on the other three, which means can't film it, but essentially the idea is kind of drill a pilot hole where the hole is right here. You get your bigger drill bit, get on it, start drilling through. If it doesn't break, you'll drill all the way through, and this guy will be totally separated. Now, my problem, and the problem you might run into, is again, this guy started getting loose and spinning on me, which was actually causing the whole thing to spin, so the drill obviously couldn't do its job. So you might have to hold on to the back of this while you drill on the other side. Anyways, I'm going to get to it, show you the finished product in a second. Alright, that might not have been quite as fast for me as it was for you, but it was pretty darn close. As soon as I held onto that with the pliers, those things just popped right out. And now it looks so clean. Other than a little bit of metal shavings and oil, obviously. So, now we're just going to apply the same treatment to this guy, and that guy up there. Should be pretty straightforward. Are you ready for the most satisfying part of this entire video? Here it comes. Oh, just gotta get behind it. Find an edge and... oh, look at that. Alright, that was the last one. Already just looks so much better without all the orange and white and all the letters and everything like that. Just night and day, way more clean looking. So now, next step is going to be clean up this mess, and then we're going to take this guy off and maybe do a few other things. Maybe some stuff up by the handlebars, maybe back here. I don't know. We'll see what I'm in the mood for. All right, so I changed my mind because I realized I still have this little sticker here, these little stickers up here on the gas tank, and eventually all the graphics are going to go, new graphics are going to go on. But at the very least, it would just make me feel better, feel like I actually did the complete job. I got rid of this, and I got rid of these two. So I'm just going to do that real quick. Pretty simple process, just going to hit them with a heat gun, find an edge, peel them back, and we should be good to go. Hopefully there's not too much adhesive to clean up underneath. Typically with OEM stickers, there's usually not a lot of adhesive to begin with, so it shouldn't be too goopy or messy or anything like that. Alright, that should be plenty of heat for this job. Oh yeah. There we go. And it's off. Not an ounce of any of that sticky residue left on the fender. Perfect. Just hit these two guys up on the gas tank and we should be good to go. Woo! Oh, those are plenty warm. Look at that. Woo! Got a little, maybe even a little too hot here. Just gonna use that sticker to pull up some of the residue that it left behind. Perfect. All right, set that guy down. Now the circular sticker, a little more tricky to get a lift on, but we should be able to just get it. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Ooh. Oh no, this one left a lot of crud behind. Seems like it's just a totally different sticker than the other two. Way more like papery. It's got a really goopy thing on the back there, so probably gonna have to hit this with a little bit of goof off here, or maybe some contact cleaner. It cools down, and we'll be good on that one. When that goes and cools down, I'm gonna get back to what I was doing and get those reflectors off. All right, to get this job done, all I need is my 5mm Allen, which I've got hooked up to my impact gun to make things super easy. And I've got a 10mm wrench on there. I might be able to get away without holding that wrench, but we'll see how this goes. I'm going to take it a little slow so that it doesn't throw that thing all over the place. Yep, here we go. The very first bolt that I've turned on this four-wheeler, and definitely not the last. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and repeat that on this side without the camera on just to make things go quicker. And we should be all set. Okay, I've got these two here. I think I might actually end up reusing these when I put the number plate on this grab bar. And then I've got my super awesome reflector bracket. Actually, the funny thing about this is I'm probably going to end up saving it, because here in Washington State, and maybe this is the case for other places as well, you actually have to have a license plate now. And this will definitely get the job done for that license plate bracket. So I'm going to save this, hold on to it for when I go, I don't know, ride the dunes or do some off-roading or something like that. Might still take the reflectors off though. They're pretty goofy looking. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and toss this on the shelf and hang on to it. And there we go. There is the number plate that'll be going on the back here. Now, I'm not a super huge fan of the way this looks, but the race series that I do has a very specific rule about the size the numbers have to be and the background and all that. So this is what meets regulation. This is what's going to go on the back. Essentially what I'm going to do is just line it up to the bumper. Got my arm, hold on. Whew, weird angle there. Anyways, I'm going to line it up here with the bumper, get it flush, which it's not right now. And then I'm just going to go ahead and stick a pin. See if we can get back there. Just going to stick a pin back there, mark up where the holes need to go, and then I will get out the screwdriver, or the drill, and get the right size drill bit so that these guys will fit through there nice and smooth. I'll drill this guy out super fast and bolt it up with those nice bolts the Yamaha gave us. Well, it may have already occurred to you by the time that I figured it out, but that taillight's got to come off before I put that number plate on. So what I'm going to end up doing is taking the taillight off. Now, I've never done it before on this quad. It looks like I have to take the rear fender off. Maybe I don't, but might as well do it because it's super easy. First thing I'm going to do is take out my manual and my toolkit. And those are never going under the seat again. Set them on the shelf. And, oh, so difficult. Let me tell you. Well, admittedly, I probably took off more than I needed to get this done, but that's what it's all about, learning how this thing goes together. So, now for the easy part, let's go ahead and hit both of these. And just like that, should come off. Set those to the side. Yep. Oh, just a snap. Just a snap. That's easy enough. Go ahead and take that out. Don't think we need that anymore. So we're going to see if we can get it free from that. There we go. Just like that. No more taillight. Now, I am going to be getting a taillight eliminator kit from Forworks, because as you can see there's a whole lot of electronic goodness back here that is very susceptible to getting hooked up in some of that. And I'm going to go ahead and put that number plate on here. Don't think it's going to be in too much of a way for me to put the Forworks piece in. Alrighty, there we go. Got the number plate all set up. Got the tail light off. Got everything put back together. Learned a lot along the way about how this all goes together and comes apart, which is good. It's not that hard, not even hard to figure out, but just takes a few times of doing everything to kind of get in a habit. So already starting to kind of figure out this machine, and super stoked about that. So number plate's all ready to go. Everything's put back together. I am going to call it a night for now, and the next steps will just be to kind of attack little things here and there. Eventually I'd like to swap my handlebars off the LTR onto this one, but just going to take it nice and easy, one night at a time. And well, night one, nothing too crazy, but already a little bit of progress. So till the next time, guys, see you around.